So let's look a little bit further into the state of Missouri's interconnection policy. One, we have a website we can go to learn more. We have which technologies the interconnection guidelines apply to, which sectors they apply to, and this is just a general interconnection policy, so it's going to apply to all sectors and all kinds of power generators. Applicable utilities, all utilities, system capacity limit 100 kilowatts. That's pretty small for most states. What this is saying is we're going to have, as a state, a process for approving in a timely manner all solar arrays that are under 100 kilowatts. In other states, it could be 10 times that size or even 100 times that size. So, this is pretty meager. So in some states, they have approval processes in place for arrays up to 10 megawatts. Well, this isn't the end of the world. I mean, what it's saying is we have a clearly defined procedure for interconnecting arrays up to 100 kilowatts. Anything beyond that, you're going to have to go to the utility and find out what their special program is, and maybe nudge them towards it. What this is saying is if you're trying to interconnect a 100 kilowatt array in the state of Missouri and the utility is giving you pushback on it, they have to have a darn good reason why. They have to be able to say, well, in your specific part of the grid, we already have too much solar, and so we can't take any more backfeeding. They can't just tell you, carte blanche, no, we don't like solar, so you can't interconnect it. This is saying you must interconnect up to 100 kilowatts and have a procedure in place and follow that procedure. If you don't, you're out of violation of state policy. And so sometimes that can be a benefit if you're on a co-op where they don't really have their solar procedures in place and they're using that as a reason to sit on your interconnection application. At some point you can start going to the state saying, look, this power company is in violation of the interconnection agreements. Sometimes cooperatives are exempted from these things. And so in this applicable utilities in Missouri, it says all utilities. Sometimes they will exempt the cooperatives from that, and it'll be spelled out here. Insurance requirements says you have to get insurance on your array. $100,000 insurance requirement for systems larger than 10 kilowatts. Nothing for systems under 10 kilowatts. So now maybe utilities have their own requirements on top of this. The external disconnect switch, it's at the utilities' discretion. Net metering required, yes. So that gives you a starting point for the rules by which solar can be added to the grid in your area.